I like the area. It's real quiet. It's real peaceful. People are friendly. You know what I'm saying? It's just an easy place to live.
The first word we had of Blackwater was in October. And it sounded good when they first kind of laid it out.
Brian came up to our planning group, talked about purchase of the land around Potrero Road where it used to be a chicken ranch for a police officer training.
They basically disclosed that they were going to be putting in the firing ranges, the code-free driving track.
And those bad guys are hurting us, and we rely on law enforcement to keep us safe and to protect us. And I do believe 100%, again, the reason we're here is to provide them a training facility so that they can meet the needs and demands in protecting us today.
What occurred when the community, a rural community of Potrero, found out about it, people got very upset very quickly.
Well, the ones that I have come across, personally, I would say about 20% are for it.
The idea that a mercenary training camp is going to be built here is horrific.
It's unhealthy sanitation-wise, it's unhealthy water-wise, it's unhealthy bullet-wise, because they're going to be flying all over the county. They say they won't, but it will.
My initial opposition came from the environmental impact and having it here in the area.
It's been reported that the golden eagle nests here. It's on the flight path for the condor.
Well, of course, there's going to be a lot of noise. They've planned shooting ranges with a firing line of about 3,000 feet. So we figure that probably 200 to 300 people will be able to shoot at the same time.
I see some real advantages to having Blackwater located in Potrero. They are very concerned about the environment all the way through in the design of their firing ranges, in the design of and management of the local habitat.
I think the organization is extremely upright and a very good organization. So I think if they bring some of that, those values in with them, which I'm sure they will, it will, just improve the general tone of the area.
They said they will have a fire truck up here. That's in their plans. That's to help the environment and fires.
And as far as the sound goes, it's so minimal that it would just be nothing.
I want to see a Potrero that is developing and becoming a middle-class community, not one that's becoming a slum. And right now it's headed to be a slum.
About a decade ago, Blackwater didn't even exist. Today, it's become one of the most powerful private actors in the so-called global war on terror. The company boasts of a database of 21,000 troops that it could deploy on a moment's notice. It has men deployed in 9 countries around the world, among them Iraq, Afghanistan, Jordan. It's been active in the Caspian Sea, in Azerbaijan, and also it increasingly has its sights set on domestic deployments inside of the U.S. They've argued that they can't be sued. They say that they should enjoy the same immunity from civilian litigation that's enjoyed by the U.S. military. And at the same time, Blackwater lobbyists were speaking beginning in 2004 publicly against having the court-martial system applied to Blackwater's forces. So you have a situation where they say no to the military court-martial system and no to civilian litigation inside of the United States.
If you want something to grow and blossom, and then outsource it, because you'll get companies that will do it and make money. But if you want something not to happen, like wars, then don't outsource them, because the companies will figure out a way to have more wars.
When you take the citizenry out of the equation and you link war making with corporate profits, you build in an incentive to the private sector to keep war going.
On April 5th, we had over 200 people. It was phenomenal. Several of the people from Potrero have told me that they've never been to a demonstration before.
A farmer out there representing some citizens in the area served all but one of the planners on the planning board with recall notices. They're actually planning to recall the entire planning board out there, with the exception of the one lone planner, Jan Hedlund, who's been opposing this project all along.
You're bringing a privatized army out here with no accountability.
I need to be protected. I want my grandchildren to be protected. If we don't have police officers and sheriff deputies out there protecting us from drug lords coming over, or who knows what can happen?
If this country needs it, then there's a lot of closed up military bases that the country's still paying taxes on, they could let them people have and get them on out there, get them away from here. We don't need them coming here.
I cannot think of a better purpose for that valley than a company that is environmentally concerned, traffic concerned, wants to be a good neighbor to the community.
It really doesn't fit here. Environmentally, it doesn't fit our community character, it doesn't fit the zoning, it doesn't fit much of anything.